Riverside Weekly. We hope your time with us today is thought-provoking, spiritually challenging, and a life-changing experience. Our discussions and messages can be raw, real, and at times very uncomfortable and even controversial. We highly encourage all of our guests and listeners to take notes, leave comments, and when possible, always share what you hear. And now here are your hosts, Pastor Cello and Pastor Mia.
Welcome
Good
to
morning, guys.
Riverside Weekly.
Riverside
Yay,
Weekly.
it's Wednesday.
Way, episode whatever.
I don't even know.
where we're at.
I don't know.
I don't know how many episodes we're at.
Episode COVID. I don't know.
episode.
I don't know. Who knows?
Every day runs together.
Yeah, pretty much. Not now. You know, that's the funny thing that you would say that every day runs together, because for some people nothing has changed.
True. Very true.
Even
That's
though
really
it's
true.
changed for us and it's changed for quite a few people, not everybody has changed. And that's what I'm going to talk about today.
The essential workers.
Yeah, the essential workers. Shout out to all you essential workers who's ever out there. This is to you. Got a little new merch. Hair flip. So, this is our new merch in the building today or this week. And if you want to buy them, I'm not sure how much they are, but if you come or you email us or message
you
us.
get them on the store, at our store.
We have a store?
Riverside Tacos.
Okay, tell us.
Sorry. Riverside Tacos. Yeah, you can grab that. There'll be a link. You can tap in that. It's actually our website. If you go to our website, theriversidewaco.com, you'll see it says tacos on it. Click tacos and you'll see all our merch and stuff that we have there. Check it out.
I don't know if these are up
Support.
yet. These are
They
new.
should be up. They should be up by then.
These are new.
Yeah, they're new, so.
Like today, new. Like brand new car, new. Okay? All right.
Can still smell the ink.
Yeah. Just kidding. All right. So it's kind of funny that you said that, because I really don't I really don't like this phrase, and I've been wanting to stay away from it, but it just keeps coming up in me that I felt like we needed to talk about it, but about the new normal. And you know, I'm not going to say that. I just want to know about routines. That's what I want to call it. Routines. You know, because we're in this new thing, this new phase, this new
season.
Yeah, of COVIDism or whatever.
COVIDism.
I don't know
like that.
Thanks.
COVIDism. Hashtag COVIDism. I'm not trying to spell that. But.
Yeah, me either. But I just wanted to say that, you know, everybody has, not everybody, but quite a few people have new routines. Now, for you people who are essential workers and have never stopped working, the only thing that changed for you is sanitizing your hands more and wearing masks. You're still going to work. You're still doing the same things, only now you can't go sit in a restaurant as often as you could. You have to walk in everywhere with a mask. It's kind of difficult to remember those things, especially if you're doing everything normal. For us, normal. For us, we have a new normal, so we've had to create new routines. And I think when you get to a place that you're in this place of unknown or this place of new, you have to come up with something to stay sane.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense. It just
In that, I was reading this article, and it was such a good article, and I'm going to read a little bit of it today, but it was just talking about taking your top 5 things and making that not a priority, but if you can remember to do those 5 things in a day, then it doesn't remember what day we're on. I mean, it's okay to not remember what day we're on, because we're in this new normal that we have to have a set pattern for the day so that we're not in chaos and disarray. You know, for us, we've had our kids move in, and not all of them, just a couple in transition right now. And so how do we go from me and you to an empty house? Yeah, to give me that, that's mine, you know, type thing.
And those are the adults.
Yeah, and you know, or he stole the washer, and you know, he's parked in my spot, you know, whatever it is. Yeah, that is me. That is me. Listen, it's my house. It's my spot. Don't park in my spot. I pay the rent. I meant everybody does, but still, it's my spot. It's my house. So, and I think you have to get to a place where if you don't, no, this is such a stigma on it too, stigmatism. But if you don't take care of yourself, and I'm not talking about selfishness, stop it. Stop it. But if we don't, and this is what I told the kids the other day, because I got to be in children's, department, and I was teaching on being a Christian. And being a Christian is living in joy. And joy is Jesus first, others second, and you last. But if you don't include yourself in those care of the day, then you're going to go nuts. And this is what I told somebody yesterday was, if you don't fill the tank, there's nothing in the bank.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure God gave me that
Wisdom.
for them. Anyway, and it just made me think about that. If you don't take time out of the day for yourself, no one is going to build your relationship between you and God. You have to do that. You have to work on your relationships, whether it's this way, whatever way it is. Yeah. You have to do that. We do the podcast, but if you're not listening to the podcast, then that's your fault. And if you're not spending, if you want to
share,
if you want to have coffee with us right now, technically we can't really have coffee because you're having to wear masks everywhere and go somewhere. We're not. It's a new normal, so it feels kind of awkward.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to spend time with us, you should listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
We're here every Wednesday. And I'm just saying that, there is a newness, a routine that needs to happen. So you should mark in your calendars every Wednesday. I mean, it's there, right? So I don't know. I know I got on a soapbox there.
I'm just listening.
But I just feel like, that's, keep it simple, silly.
Yeah.
Jesus first, then put others, and then make sure you take care of yourself. Because if there's nothing in the tank, if you're not filling the tank, there's nothing in the bank. I'm going to stick with that. I should make a shirt that says that.
There we go, another shirt.
Hey, you like this shirt? Look.
Cool shirt.
Look.
Cool
Ta-da,
shirt.
ta-da. I'm not wearing one of my creations because I like to give those creations or sell those creations. Yeah. All right. So I want to read this article just because it was so good. So good. And it really helped me to think about some things other than just, chaos. Because right now, it seems like for us that don't have a routine, we're in chaos.
I think it's just in general. I mean, things are so unnormal.
Yeah, unnormal.
To what we were used to. Mm-hmm. Then things are so unnormal, our regular routines, that everything got messed up. I mean, almost everybody in the country went on spring break and hadn't been back.
An infinity. The
so
longest spring break ever.
Yes, I mean, what normal looks like is different. And just read your thing because my mind's going. No, I want you to read your article.
Come on.
It's just,
come on.
I'm just thinking about everything you're saying, and everything changed. Like our normal is different. We don't have the same normal that we had before, but there's two. When we think about normal, there's the normal.
What?
When we think about normal,
be loud.
There's two normals that we have. You have the normal thing that we're used to and that we've gotten accustomed to, and that's dangerous because that creates being stagnant.
Yes.
You become complacent.
Yes.
And then you have the normal on the other side where when things don't need to change, you need that stability. The stability. You have to have that normalcy in different areas, but in between those, there's this tension of what we will get used to. People will go with backaches for years because they get used to the backache.
Or toe pain. And you can watch the Toe Bro.
So we get used to, because our natural, the way we're created, we adapt. So we'll adapt to things that are not normal. You go back several years back, and most of the young people don't even realize 9/11. So you have pre 9/11 babies, and you have post 9/11 babies or adults. And so the pre 9/11 adults, they know what it's like just to jump on a plane, throw what you want in your bag, and go. You don't have to show up 2 hours before your plane leaves. You don't have to take off your shoes and your belt before you go through 15 checkpoints. And then there's the post 9/11 adults, where they don't know anything but showing up 2 hours before. They don't know anything but going through 15 checkpoints, and you can't do this and you can't do all that. And so what we're in a time now where you're going to have pre-COVID adults and post-COVID. Like we're going to get at a time. I personally think that we're going to get in a time where right now, like almost every business, establishment, organization, church, like almost everything is set at like 50% capacity. So if you can hold 100 people, you're only allowed to have 50%. I think that it's going to become so normal for us as a society that we'll never go to 100%. I think we'll just get stuck.
Shut your mouth.
I think we'll get stuck at 50 and 75%. I don't think we'll get to 100%. So depending on when you're watching this, I'm either right or I'm prophesying. Like
prophesying.
I'm prophesying, or I was completely wrong, right?
Yeah.
And so
you're not always right.
I know I'm always right. And so when you look at what normal looks like, it's amazing what we as individuals can get used to and call normal.
Yeah.
And then we call that normal, and then someone from the outside says, "Yo, that's not normal."
Yeah.
I've
seen quite a few movies like that.
And so I think that's the dangerous part of it. So anyway, that was my
That's great.
thought process.
That's great. No.
Because we allow ourselves to get pushed into things that are not normal, and then they become normal to us, and we forget what normal was.
Mm-hmm.
We forget what it was like to be able to stand in a crowded restaurant with the lines real long, and you're trying to get into concert, and so we have this, and so I think that's what a lot of society wrestles with, is because we see on social media in the news where you see there's one group of individuals, and they're like, stay a distance apart, put your mask and your social distancing, put your hazmat suit on, right? Like, and then you have the other ones like, I don't care if I touch you, if we share spoons and like drinks, like, and so that's where the biggest part of our new normal fits, or where what we did, where and how we adjust to what normal is.
That's so funny that you say that, because before that, people were already some people were already doing that, because what did we call them? When you wash the germs all the time, germaphobes. Germaphobe. I was like, I know there's a name for it.
Germaphobes.
Yeah, but and I think you're right. I think it's really just going back to what I was saying about your routine. You've got to have something stable to what do you always say that, like a compass. Your moral compass, or your compass, has to have something to keep you bolted, or to keep you
going in the right direction.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but what do they always base everything off of? The North Star?
Yeah.
Right? You always say just
True
look
north.
for the star.
Yeah.
True north. So if you have that true north in your life, it's okay for the new normal to come in. But as long as we can focus on that one thing, or those 3 things, or those 5 things that keep you straight, then it's okay what all this other stuff is happening.
For sure.
And that's what I'm trying to say. And again, to keep it simple, it's going to be Jesus first, others second, and then you. If you're not taking care of your relationship with Jesus, everything else is going to crumble, because he should always be first. And then others are your family, your relationships, and then you'll see in a second when I read the article, others. And then you, if you're not self-caring and, taking time to build your relationship with God, or to walk on your treadmill. Is that what you were going to say?
No, I'm just laughing. You said self-caring, and I heard self-caring.
No. Anyway, don't be Karen.
Take care of yourself, Karen.
Yeah.
Self-caring.
Nobody cares, Karen. Anyway, I'm going to send that to my friend Karen. Anyway, So I just want to read this article because it was really good. It says, make a top 5 list, and you can make 3, but Again, I'm not assigning meaningless tasks. We don't always love making lists, but writing down the things we want to hold on to when this is all over is a powerful practice. See? Think about the new routines and the habits you've built through this season. Highlight in your minds the ones that have been the most restorative and life giving. Then write down 5 things you would like to continue to recenter your soul and experience true joy and rest. So, not true north, but true joy. And true joy comes from your relationship with Christ. And
Should.
Yeah, should. And putting Christ first and saying, this is my true north. This is my true joy. Now, this is what she said. For me, every day I want to read the Bible, go for a walk, drink a good cup of coffee, and a lot of water. That wasn't me. Call or text someone I care about and show my husband how much I love him. They are all simple things that have a major impact on my day. Life doesn't have to be complicated to be beautiful. That was just like bing, bing, bing for me. It was just like, oh man, okay, so I don't have to beat myself up. And then I saw this when I was in line at the grocery store yesterday when I was buying groceries. It says, small changes, major wins. Listen, I want to make my bed when I get up.
Somebody's in it.
Anyway.
Keep finding somebody in it.
Yeah.
I don't know who somebody is, but he in it.
But I have yet to make my bed when I get up. And I started on it and was real accomplished. And, just to even get the clothes in the washer and get them in my room, that's a feat in itself.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
With you. Yeah, because you will take all the clothes out. This guy is so good. He will take all the clothes out and lay them all nice and neat in a stack. That's it.
That's it.
And that's it. That's as far as they get. But here's the thing.
Because I get sidetracked with doing other stuff.
Again, here's the thing. I don't think that we don't give ourselves credit for the things we do. What do you always say? You don't get credit for taking out the trash. You don't get credit for
I don't get credit for not putting trash bags back in the trash can.
You know what?
I get credit for, I don't even get credit for you took the trash out, but you didn't put a bag in. I'm like, I took the trash out. Can I get throw me a bone or something?
Thank you for taking the trash out, honey. Thank you.
It's the little things.
Yeah, and I was just going to say that. I think we have to pat ourselves pat yourself on the back.
Break my arm.
For taking the trash out, or for making your bed, or for, you don't get credit for going to work, getting up and going to work. That's things you have to do. But all the other stuff, especially us lazy bums that are at home on furlough or, got laid off or whatever it is, we have to really push ourselves to do something because we've got a new normal and we're getting stagnant.
Yep.
And that's what we have to be afraid of. And if you're out there and you're an essential worker, we thank you for your essentialness because we need electricians.
Essentialness.
What?
What was the one you just said earlier? Corona what?
COVIDism.
COVIDism and
essentialness.
Brought to you by COVIDness.
COVIDism.
Brought to you by COVIDism and essentialness. not to be confused with essential oils or essential shampoo.
Anyway, so just saying that I don't think we give ourselves enough credit for the things that we are accomplishing in this COVID thing.
I think you're right. I think most people are harder on themselves than the people around them.
Yes, correct.
Had a situation a couple of weeks ago where someone was going to do something, they didn't follow through, and so someone asked me, they said, so did you get on their case? Did you get mad at them? Did you talk to them? I started laughing. I said, no. I said, their lack of follow through and them being present in front of me was enough conviction and condemnation that they're heaping enough coals on themselves that I didn't have to say anything. And I think that's where a lot of people are. I think we're really hard on ourselves when it comes to not taking the trash out, not going to the gym, not working out, not eating right, not all these different things. And then you add all the situations that we have on top of it, and you're just like, man, I really, really, really suck. And it's not so much that you just suck real bad. It's just that a lot of things you felt bad for what you weren't doing before, and now it's even added on there. So now you feel even worse. And it's I've seen this a lot with parents. they're so used to having their kids in school, and now that they've been out of school since March, and we're already 6 months, 7 months into the year, and they feel bad because they haven't really put their kids' education at first, or at the
at the forefront,
or at the forefront of things that they want to do. They want to, they just haven't made those adjustments, and I think that goes back to the normal. We've gotten so accustomed to the normal practice of everybody else educating our kids that we don't educate our kids. And I think that's the challenge, is that we look at our bed unmade, or our clothes laying on the bed, and we got, God, I suck.
Yeah.
Instead of going, man, I sure am glad. Eventually, one day, I'm going to hang them clothes. One day, But until then, I just peel them back, pick out what shirt I want, and put them back. Like an onion. You're like, yeah, that's a good one. Pull it out and put the rest of them back. I'm guilty of that. But I think, when you actually get the clothes on the hanger and in the closet or in the drawer, you're like, man, that's a win.
Right, but we need to look at the little things as wins too.
now.
Right now,
the fact that I got clean underwear, yes, that's a huge win.
Flipping them inside out.
Flipping them inside, we're done, man. I only got to both sides, in and out, both sides, and like the third time is going to be a little itchy. Don't want to go there.
Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, so just make sure that you are establishing a true north, or a true, true joy, and really just basing everything on your relationship with Christ first. And that's easier to say for some, because we don't have schedules to get up anymore.
Well, that too, but then you have those individuals that watch and tune in and that know us, that just trying to establish or reestablish their relationship with God, or reestablish their relationship with Jesus. That right there is hard. So just the fact that they're tuning in, that's a lot of church for them.
Right. And again, going back to the article, she did say that. And that's the one thing I wanted to reiterate, is she said, I want to read my Bible. I want to go for a walk every day. I mean, I got a treadmill, and it's 108 degrees outside, so you can do your little rubbing of the head. You went walking for the first time, so shush. I don't want to hear it.
I walk all the time. I just made a point to go one place and come back.
I like my treadmill, thank you. It was cool last night that I could have done it.
I walk from the house to the car, to the car to the house. I walk from Walmart to the car. I walk all of the time.
Okay.
Y'all just don't call it exercise.
Yeah, you're right. We don't.
It's the little things.
Tell everybody what you always say about the gym.
What's that? I go by the gym all the time. I just don't
right.
go in.
I just turn right there at the light. Anyway, that was it. I just wanted to make sure that you are remembering yourself during this time as well. And it's not a selfish thought. I'm not trying to get you to be selfish and think of yourself. But again, if you're not putting it in the tank, you don't have anything in the bank. And you will not be able to give out what you don't have.
That is 100% true.
Yeah. So
you can't give what you don't have.
That's right. When it gets too loud and rowdy in my house, I just seclude myself in my room. I make some shirts, read my Bible, listen to some music, watch movies, do whatever I can do that only I can do in my room.
I'm laughing because
laugh.
You were like, let's go watch it last night. You were like, let's go watch a movie. Let's go upstairs and watch a movie on computer and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I'm going for a walk. I need some alone time. And you had this face like a little puppy was like, I just got rejected. Because I was trying to do some me time.
My bad.
It's the little things.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, and I gotta make excuses for not walking on my treadmill. So, anyway, it was just the thought that counts, right? It's the thought that counts.
I don't know if I agree with that, because sometimes there ain't no thought in it. You didn't think about that very much.
Oh my God. Okay, we're just gonna end there.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for tuning in today. Like, subscribe, share, do whatever it is. Let somebody know about it. And somebody who looks like they haven't shaved in about 9 months or haven't cut their hair, just make sure you send them this podcast so that they will make a routine. Because if they don't find a true north,
then they'll look like this.
You woke up like this?
I woke up like this. Wasn't no accident.
All right.
See you guys, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Yeah.
We'll holler at y'all. Man, subscribe. We'll talk to you guys later. Appreciate y'all. Share, man. Y'all share this on your social media stuff. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate y'all.
Bye. Peace out.
Thank you for listening to the Riverside Weekly. Download the Riverside Waco app to stay connected and follow us on all social media sites at the Riverside Waco. This podcast is made possible by the givers of Riverside Community Church. Production and engineering provided by Capital G and RTV in Waco, Texas.